Hello, hello, welcome back to the Lorethrough, and today we are on episode 119. We're making great progress. Honestly, the last four episodes, I feel like I've made wonderful progress. I thought it was going to take way longer than that to get where we are now. And we've misbegotten here in the Halig Tree. It's not just envoys, not just ants. Misbegotten have made it this far. Kind of unique. Really hoping to backstab this one, but we'll try this one. There we go. Tasty item, golden rune, and a ladder to go up. And it sounds like somebody's a chopping. Look at all these guys, all these dudes. Oh, he's dead. Come on. Good old heavy attacks. Saving the day. Put one of these. So let's see what he was praying to. The big red misbegotten. Also, if you need the Iron Greatsword, this one's probably the closest to a spawn location that I can think of. So he's the easy one to farm in terms of time to get Iron Greatsword ratio. But it was looking at a Pearl Drake +2 talisman, which is a talisman, gives you a bunch of non-physical damage negation. It's not as good as one of the specialized talismans like that, but it is good enough. So here's a tree branch we can get onto. More tree branches. You thought we were done with tree branches? No, 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 never. Never, ever. I do need this thing out, though, if I'm gonna... Ah, shucks. My health went up and down during that. I like explosive ghost flame. I'm not very good at using it. I can't really find the time. The only time I could think of is maybe after a riposte or something. If you could get it as get good timing on it, that might be a good idea. But otherwise, you kind of have to catch things unaware or find a really good moment. But it hits hard initially, and then it continues to hit with frost flame on the ground around it. So. It's kind of one of them all-rounder decent spells. The requirements are kind of steep, though, if we look at them. Yeah, 42 and 30. Ooh. Even if that's all you got in those stats or whatever, that just feels real heavy to me. I love hitting things and getting my health and mana back. Feels nice. Helps me feel appreciated. What the? My inputs. There we go. But yeah, the Misbegotten have gotten here of all places, which is crazy to think about. Oh. If I want to get more health back, I gotta stack the Taker's cameo with it. And possibly the, this bad boy as well. Golden rune, there we are. There are some big old flowers down there. I don't think they're guarding anything important. We're gonna ignore them for now. Yeah, that's a good chunk of HP. And let's top off our health. I guess we didn't need it that badly. I love how the effect triples the noise. So it's just loud when you get healed. Alright, we get an Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Yet another one. Honestly, I love running these items when I'm doing PvE with friends, just because getting health back constantly means you can always have all your flasks for the invader. It's just too good to pass up. Alright, and we have a tasty checkpoint. Check the time as if we were going to run out of time for the episode. We're 6 minutes in, we're fine. Okay, so there is a lower area full of ants. I think I'll backtrack to that. I think we're going to do this rooftop bit first. Right. So, Foolish Snail summons ghostly crystallians. But we know how to deal with that. Oh, it was just taking its sweet time to die. Alright. Fair enough, fine by me. I don't think these ants are guarding anything particularly important, but... yeah, 4 Aeonian butterflies and a 5th loose one. This little bunch of roots, though, see that curved root off to the right? That's how you get back on the platform with the Grace. So, if you ever didn't know that you could backtrack, you can. Try to get little smidge's mana back, but it takes so long to kill it may not be worth my time overall. Well, that worked. For me. Alright, so... 8 and 3. Not too bad. So you can jump across here. And, I believe down below... oh, right. So if we jump across over here. I like to jump from just shy of the highest point of the rooftop. And we have cocoons here. I think this is our first time seeing cocoons. So we'll take a closer look at them. As I stumble and stutter with my speech. Envoys are not upgraded, so we won't worry about them right now. They do pretty much what you'd expect them to do. But, yeah, there's cocoons, right? Some of them are round cocoons like these ones, and some are like this. And the weird thing about these cocoons is we've seen this body shape before. That is one of the elderly old man albinurics hunched forward. Yeah, so, here are like his hips. There's the arch of his spine. There are his shoulders and his arms curled together. And then there's his head. His hands might be by his head. But they have spindly arms and legs, if you recall. And so it's interesting that some of the albinurics did make it here, but they were the older ones. How they made it here, I don't know. But the younger ones seem to have trouble. So, what else have we seen that's been in a cocoon so far? Well, Mikola was in a split cocoon when we found him. So what was Mikola planning here? Why did Mikola need these disaffected members of society? Why did Mikola need albinurics and misbegotten and I think that's it. I don't think we see any demi-humans here. But the various kinds of albinurics even. Why are they all here? What purpose do they serve? Alright, I want to see if I get my mana back. Because there's a lot of these corpse boys nearby, see? Look at all these guys. I want to see if they get their mana back. Nope, not quite. But it was funny to try. You can jump across to these mushrooms if you so desire. It is an easier way to get through this little area, in my opinion. Because these guys are a little more manageable. But we will look down below. Because we're here for the content. I need to stop using this weapon so much. I was supposed to be using the Moonlight Greatsword. But the health back, too strong. It just doesn't hit as hard. Took 3 hits before. Well, we're only missing 2 health flasks, so... So we'll at least get those back. And we have 3 of our mana, so not too bad. Ooh, that frost bit him. So that hit pretty hard. Give me my little specks of mana back. Okay, but if you look out the window, there's a branch. It's easier to get on this branch, in my opinion, from up top. But it's not too hard. And there are battle mages here. How did the battle mages get here? I don't know. But it seems that Mikola is incorporating all kinds of people into his entourage. This may not be worth it. That other battle mage is showing up and he's firing a cannon of Haima. I want my health back over and over again. I just keep ending up back at the Blasphemous Blade. And we get a Hero's Rune. Very nice. Okay. We do want a shield. This one for healing. And 8 and 2, we probably have enough to do the boss. Yeah, that should be fine. But we can send this up so we have a checkpoint that goes to the Haligtree town. Very nice. And yeah, the Haligtree, impressive architecture, and we're still really high up. Like it's a little ridiculous how high up we are currently. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to switch to this bad boy. And that's probably heavy load, so we don't want that necessarily. We don't need to worry about crits. Necessarily. I do think we want our stamina back faster, though. That sounds like a good thing for this fight, if I recall correctly. What to bring to the fight? Part of me kind of wants to bring this silly thing. It is a spear. Okay. Alright, give us the old shoot. Dang it. This probably isn't the most effective way, but I'm having fun. Weird. Uh-oh, there's the big one. Oh, it just murdered me. I guess you can't take that one directly. Well, shucks, I really wanted to kill Loretta with the reflecting shield. I was having fun. There's probably a way to buff my damage on that thing. I don't know if it's effective, but... Oh, we need to go back to the Halictree town. I could fight her legitimately, but treating her like a long-winded Ganon fight from an old-school Zelda game sounds like a lot of fun to me. Maybe we just need a better spear poke weapon. Could do this. This could work. Big old spear. I don't think I have any other kinds of spears. Not really. All of them are magic flavored. To be fair, we picked a magic flavor character. Not too hard to sneak by the way. Alright, let's bring a garbage summon just for giggles. I don't know, they might waste too much time. Let's bring some Albinuric boys, that'll be funny. Projectiles fly slower than I'm used to. Ooh, shucks. Let's go get our money back. The Albinuric boys have got this. Maybe not. One of them's eating it pretty hard. The range on that's really nice. They fly slower than I think they will. No, thank you. Well, there's one of my Albinaurics down. Oh, I don't like this one. Ooh. No, my brother! There we go. Well, I reflected a good amount of them. I had fun. That's the important part, I suppose. Loretta's Mastery and Loretta's War Sickle. So let's look at those before I forget. So it's the quad bow. Sorcery used by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. Creates a magic great bow and fires 4 great arrows simultaneously. Charging enhances potency. Hold to keep the great arrows knocked. Developed by Loretta after her long bloody journey to seek out a place where the Albinaurics could live in peace. So it seems that if she was an Albinauric and she wanted to find a place for the Albinaurics to live in peace, maybe she was the foremost of the Albinaurics. To be fair, like the Lady Albinauric, she likes a bow, though she magicifies it. And we haven't met Albinaurics like Albus, who had a little glintstone catalyst that scales with arcane, so maybe she was an arcane wizard. But here we have 2 little figures, an even younger child and an adult this time. Now, the adult could perhaps be adult Mikola, who we don't know much about, right? Mikola grew bigger at some point, it seems. Or what if this is Melania and Melania and Mikola, and this is Godwin? We don't know. We don't know. This is all speculation. We don't know who the statue is exactly. We've seen the little child statues throughout Ordina wearing a tiara sort of like that one. Not quite. It's a little different. This one has wings on the sides. I don't know. It seems that Mikola doesn't have many relationships with people. It seems that he has a relationship with Melania, obviously, and then a relationship with Radigan, his father, and Godwin. That's it. And given that the statue does not have colored hair, we don't know. But yeah, we did it. We defeated Loretta, real Loretta. We fought a fake one, it seems. We have reliefs of a tree. And it's different from the reliefs you've seen of the Erd tree as well as the Great Tree. It's a little closer to that of the Great Tree. It's a little narrower, right? But given that we're on the Haligtree, it could be pictures of the Haligtree. But the Haligtree's twisted. It's not proud and tall. It's a curvy tree. Got little branches. It's got a death sap. Yucky. Okay, so let's get to it. So here we finally find ourselves getting into the lower parts of the Haligtree. We see all these structures, flying buttresses, very reminiscent of Anor Londo, which is funny because this isn't the City of the Gods. Lanedale was supposed to be the City of the Gods. Anor Londo being the City of the Gods in Dark Souls. There's a treasure chest at the top of this tower. If you're paying attention, you'll see it. So that's something we have to go investigate. Oh, and Loretta's War Sickle. God, I almost did forget. Intricately crafted silver war sickle wielded by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. Originally given for service as a personal guard to Carrion royalty. Yeah, to personal guard of Carrion royalty. The weapon's blue glintstone has been replaced with unalloyed gold. Ah, there it is. So that's not glintstone as it once was. It is now unalloyed gold, that piece there. But it is, it's got the unique attack pattern for halberds. Very much like the Guardian Sword Spear, right? And the nice thing about halberds with that particular attack pattern is if you can do a jumping heavy into light and it combos, but only if you use it one-handed. So jumping heavy into light will combo on other players, if your connection's good enough, of course. Latency can ruin all true combos. And another Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. We're doing alright on those now. 9 and 3. And we have enough. We could get 2 weapons up to plus 24. So maybe we'll max out a couple things that we like. Who knows? Still tempted to wait until we actually get the access to buying those materials to cap off all the weapons I can. I don't know. Still very, very, very conflicted on that one. Unfortunately. feel a little bad about over-leveling, but I need to show off the content. And this isn't like a challenge run by any means. I mean, I'm challenged, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, Holy Grease, and we have very unique architecture here, so this is definitely new architecture for sure. I never noticed that before. There's little cherubim-looking baby things on the outside there. Huh, I guess I never looked up. They're hanging around, presumably, some living structure. But it's funny because it looks like there's a series of roots in the stone, and then there's actual roots over it. More of those clovers. These ones are a little different, though. Flying buttresses. There's an item under that bell. It's a blue item. And we're just out over the ocean, the North Sea. Crazy that. And we get a Miquella's Lily from the Clean Rot Knight. And... Excuse me? How did you beat us here? We just beat... We had to do the Ordina puzzle just to get here. But still, beautiful cathedral. Banners with obviously the Halig tree on it. It has its own symbols. The Halig tree has this more interlacing root pattern at the top. The base isn't so important as it is in the other Erd Tree banners, where the Erd Tree and Great Tree banners seem to have more of a focus on the root system. This one doesn't, and to be fair, its roots aren't the Great Tree roots, so it seems where it's growing to seems more important than where it's drawing from. Beautiful stained glass. Open reliefs. There's these little winged feathers with their pointed hair, or maybe that's a hat and they have little books. Oh, here's bigger ones. Very silly. And ghost menorahs. We've seen these before. Oh, there's even little fireflies on them. I never noticed that. And a big figure holding a bizarre staff. It's pointed at one end and tall. Well, there's only one figure associated with needles that has a name that we know of, and that's Miquella. This doesn't look like a child figure. They do look all sorts of wrapped up, kind of thin, emaciated. Interesting. So, was this Miquella's end goal? Is that what they're worshipping? Why does he need a colossal needle? Well, we'll keep chipping away at these mysteries as we get ever farther into this place. But let's talk with Millicent.
Again we meet. I can only surmise our purposes are aligned. In which case, allow me to explain myself. I am of Melania's blood, but in what capacity I know not. I could be sister, daughter, or an offshoot. Whatever the case, though, I am certain of a kinship between us.
Well, that's nice.
There is something I must return. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self that allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot. The pride she abandoned to meet Radahn's measure. There is something of the will, the dignity.
So she thinks she has this will, which seems rather amorphous to us, but let's take a sit down here. But yeah, we're starting to get to near the end of her quest line, which branches at the very end, so I'll need to get footage for that. That won't be this episode, though. But I think it's worth noting that there are these interesting basins full of plants. Try to see if we'll see anything else here. Maybe not this room. But I think as we're... Yeah, so, stuff I'll talk about next time. We need to go a little farther into the Halig tree to see what we're going on about, but if we take a peek here... Unique Halig tree soldiers, ooh. So that's for next time. So thank you for joining me today. Episode 119 was this time. Next time is episode 120, and ooh, are we going to make some progress. So thank you for joining myself and now Millicent, and bye-bye.